Assalamualaikum and good morning to my lecturer, Madam Salamiah binti Zakaria. I'm pleased to be here today to present my session 231 video presentation about experiment 12, gravimetric analysis of phosphorus in plant food. I will introduce myself because I will present it lonely. My name is Muhammad Hazim Akmal bin Abdul Hadi. Next, we go to the objective of the experiment.
Objective of the experiment is to determine the content % of P in plant food through a gravimetric analysis. Next, let's go to the procedure of experiment. First step is 3.46 grams of plant food was weighed in an analytical balance and inserted into 250 milliliters beaker. After that, 35 to 40 milliliters of distilled water was measured and poured into the beaker. Then the mixture was stirred with a glass rod to dissolve the sample. Next, insoluble material in the sample that did not dissolve completely was removed through filtration. After that, 40 milliliters of 10% XO47H2O was added to be filtrated. About 100 milliliters 2MnH3 was added slowly while stirred. Then a white precipitate of MgNH4PO4.6H2O was formed. Next, the mixture is allowed to sit at room temperature for 10 minutes to complete the precipitation. While waiting the precipitation complete, a filter paper was weighed accurately. The paper was folded and fitted into a glass funnel. The paper was wetted with distilled water to hold it in place in the funnel. After the precipitation is completed, the precipitate was transferred carefully and all the solution from the beaker onto the filter paper. Next step. 5 milliliter portions of distilled water were added 2 to 3 times to the beaker for the precipitate to be washed. The precipitate was then rinsed again with 2 portions of 10 milliliters 75% isopropyl alcohol through the filter paper. After that, the filter paper was removed and placed on a numbered porcelain evaporating dish and stored to dry for 24 hours in the oven at 60 degrees Celsius. After the MgNH4PO4.6H2O was thoroughly dry, the filter paper was weighed with the MgNH4PO4.6H2O. The mass was recorded and the % of phosphorus in the original sample was calculated.
Next, we get the result and calculation. This is my result for the experiment. The last thing we go to the discussion. The objectives of the experiment was to determine the percentage content of phosphorus P in the plant food Baja Special Green using gravimetric analysis. The analysis resulted in a phosphorus content of 14.67%, which is remarkably close to the 15% phosphorus content advised on the product label. This represents a minimal error of 2.2%, suggesting a high accuracy in the experimental procedure. That's all for me. Thank you.